Welcome back to Rock and Rattle Retreat. We've been building up from the ground. If you want to see prior stuff, when we were clearing, digging, blasting, all kinds of fun back then. But here we are putting in footers and building up from here. So last time we left off with a few actual roofs up for the garages. Yes, there's still a few trusses that were extra sitting down there. They'll be gone by the end. But we have actual roof material or decking. Okay, we're going to start off in the basement. This wall here has the manifold for the actual basement floor in it for radiant heating, and we are going to prime this entire wall, or most of this wall. But to start off, we're going to prime behind the manifold because that's going to use a brush. Hopefully when we get around to doing the rest of this wall, we're not going to use a brush. It's going to be much quicker. So we're going to get everything behind the manifold, and if it's a little messy, it's a little messy. We're using a mildew and mold primer to keep that out. Seal up this concrete wall. Alright, so yeah, you didn't need to be watching me paint the whole thing. This is what I got done. Turn that light off, and you actually see what I got behind. Nice square spot back there behind the manifold done. Eventually we'll get the rest of this painted. In the meantime, we have a beam. This is the main roof beam. Goes from front to back. There is 50 feet of it. They pieced together LVLs. Don't ask me what an LVL is, except it's a bunch of laminated pieces of thin wood, which they glued and nailed together, boards. And here we got the next crane in, hopefully the last one we'll ever need. This is a little smaller than the previous one. The operator said this is around $1 million of crane. So he gets set up beside the building, and they're going to do the main roof beam first, of course. So 50 feet of beam going up. This is a huge heavy beam. It's got to go up before the rest of those roof panels go up. And if you pay close attention, down the center of the actual house, there is 2 more posts it sits on. Besides the end pieces, the front wall and the back wall. There's a lot of wood in that front wall and a lot of wood in the back wall to hold this all up. Yeah, we keep going up. The beam kind of stops there. And it starts going over. Now granted, once this all gets done, we still need what they call crickets from the garage roofs to the main roof, also called saddles. I don't make these things up. But they put this beam in here. It takes a while, so I'm not filming the entire thing because they have to chisel out that back pocket a little bit to get it to sit just right. They can't really reach the front one, so I hope they did everything right there. Alright, once they got that all placed in there, they start putting panels up. Here is the first panel. Yeah, these are not small panels. They are 12 inches thick. There's OSB on the outside, OSB on the inside, and foam on the inside. So they are fully insulated when they go up. Now I don't show it here, but there is some pieces of wood that go in between them that help hold them together. They're splines. They're on the top and the bottom of that piece. And here we see a bunch of them going up, one after the other. When they start going up on one, they start prepping the next. And you see that little cutoff down there? That will go on the outside of the garage roof. And the inside doesn't have that. And that's where the cricket's going to go. And that we need the framers to come up and do, of course. And this, putting all these up here, took pretty much all day. You see that crane does not go very fast. But you don't want to be whipping around a piece of that big a panel. These shots are all time lapse, so every 2 seconds there's a frame. A little prep there. This goes on the other side. See, and there's some panels over on the left side. The panels are all numbered, so they know which one goes where. At least that's what I'm hoping. And getting that last panel prepped for the end. And then from the inside, look at those last few panels. Sometimes they put those splines in before they put the panel on. And sometimes they can put them on after the panel goes in. Depends on the access when you put it up on that big beam. And there goes the last one. We are basically all roofed, except for crickets. And then under laminate to make it basically waterproof. And then roofing, of course. So this is what we end up for the end of the day. We have most of the roofs on. Look at that. Looks like a house now. Yep. It's a lot of windows in the front. A garage to the right, a garage to the left. You gotta get the framers up now. They can put the crickets on. They still got some work on that roof to go. They've got to drill some holes and foam it in on all of the seams. Besides put some more of those big screws, construction screws in. And here we go for the view off the deck of the loft and up. That's where the beam went in that pocket there. And that's the view we're looking for. Yep, still gotta cut a few trees down. But when you're there physically, you can see through the trees. But right now you can't do it from the inside because the inside is all roofed. So we're doing it from the outside at the end here. Turn it around. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to keep track of us. We got more to go yet. Lots more to go. See you later.